really get ready for Zendikar Rising. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of jump right into it. But before I do, I just want to take a moment. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, that red subscribe button below this video. It really helps the channel. It will help produce more great content. Go ahead, let me know in the comments what you thought about the video, how we could have made plays differently, what we could have done differently in our drafts. Also, let me know what else you want to see in terms of Magic content, in terms of just other entertainment-based content, whether Fall Guys or some other game. I'm here to entertain you. Your time's valuable to me, to you. So make sure that I give you the best that you can get. Also, go ahead and head over to my Twitch channel. Go ahead and hit that follow button, the heart. It means a lot. You can jump in on the conversation while we're playing and take part all along. So with that being said, without further ado, let's just jump in. And let's see here. Get things going. So as I said, we're just focused on building up our fundamental chops. We consider ourselves not a novice player, but not an advanced player. We're probably somewhere in the intermediate, middle tier of intermediate range. We played a little casually in the past, but now we're trying to take it a little more seriously, especially since, hey, these days we find ourselves at home. But yeah, please follow along. Let me know what you want to see. And let's go. So let's start evaluating cards. Let's just look at our comments, right? We see nothing that stands out as first pick bombs per se. Maybe Pursued Whale, but I think it's important to really understand the commons, especially around the archetypes. I think the best common we have here is going to be Scorching Dragonfire, right? Oh, good piece of removal. We don't see anything really in green, right? Don't see anything black commons. Don't see much in white. Blue for Frantic Inventory. When we get multiples of them, they can work well, especially with like the tutelage-based decks. It is a card that on its own does replace itself for 2 mana. You know, it's kind of like a 2-mana cycler once you get through your deck. But coming up here, I think Pursued Whale here will be your pick. Kraken's great. Silver Smoke Ghoul is great. This works well, especially in the black-white life gain decks. The Kraken is very control-y later in the game. And just evaluating your first pack and knowing what you're passing, so when you come back and look at pack 9, it's important to see what colors are still open on the wheel. Best card here, first couple picks, we're just kind of picking based on pure value, pure performance, kind of in a vacuum. And with that being said, I think Soulseer here is going to be the pick. Another nice piece of removal. We passed the Scorching Dragonfire earlier, and we are passing some more, like a Megmutt, which is a fine bear with upside. But yeah, I think this is the obvious pick here. There's nothing else that really stands out. We do see Griffin Airy that would have worked well kind of with the black-white theme of life gain, especially with the Silver Smoke Ghoul, but we don't have anything to enable that yet, so let's just focus on the Soulseer here. Okay, so some interesting things. We see, in terms of commons, Wizardry I think is probably the best common that sticks out here. Blue-red is a great archetype, strong archetype in M21, fairly aggressive too. And Wizardry really helps promote that aggressive blue-red archetype. Up here, see a Pilfer, which is great. If there's a way we can get it to get untapped without it dying, such as like through Rousing Reed, we get to draw a card if we want to pay to. There's an Immolator, which is another piece of removal. It can attack and then blast something if need be. like the piece of removal here. You know, this does work. The Pilfer. If we get a way to get it in, the challenge is sometimes, you know, it just sits there and it's just a 2-1. So I think, you know, we're definitely happy to see that later in, you know, like second packs after we pulled a Rousing Raid or something in first pack and stuff. Not that it's bad, but I think with the Immolator there, I think it can go either way, and I think it's okay to take an Immolator there. Let me know what you think. Go ahead and post that in the comments. So this is the pack where we kind of want to start seeing what's open, and we see, you know, there's not a lot of great commons. We see one uncommon taken out, one rare. I think what we'll do is we'll pick up the Augur here. Not that we for sure are in red, but it kind of pulls us back towards it. Finishing Blow, maybe we pick that up later in like a pack 2 or something. But I think red is open based on kind of what we've got so far. Here we see a Rousing Raid, which will work well, especially, you know, like an Augur, Emmulators, it helps. Not that we necessarily want to hit the Immolator with it, because we do think we will sacrifice it potentially in the future. It's a fine card to help us cycle through decks, the wrong word, to get through our deck, draw 2 cards, filter out some cards in our hand that we don't want. There's a Tyrannodon, a late Tyrannodon. So actually, I think maybe we want to take that there and see what's going on with green. This is kind of a signal to me that green might be open after, you know, seeing that red's open too. Maybe we get a Rousing Raid later in another pack. I think Tyrannodon there is a fine pick. We see no green to follow up our Drowsy Tyrannodon. There's nothing really that stands out in this pack. Courser is a great card. I think it's one of the top light commons. Especially enables like black-white, life gain matters, and it's just a good solid beater in like green-white, especially when you put counters on it. I think what we'll do here is we'll just take the Cur. You know, red is our primary color, and still we are kind of open. But if red is going to be our primary color, we're going to need 2 drops to just curve out. So we're fine with the Cur here. So we're seeing some blue open. We see Brittle Form. We see Opt. I think I'm okay just taking an Opt here, especially if we want to be that blue-red kind of aggressive deck, prowess, wizardry deck. This card definitely helps. Opt just helps in general. Decks need to do stuff on turns, and it's just something to do when you might not have other options to do. It's a Glide Master, but I think we can get Glide Masters in other packs too, and we'll get Wishcoin Craps too. Brittle Form, I think, you know, there's more value in it in later packs when we have when we know that we're more non-creature based. Definitely helps us grind, but I think we're fine taking the Wishcoin Crab here, right? Well, I think we'll find a Crash Shrew later, which is fine. Greed's alright. Maybe we take that with the upside of, you know, just continuing to be aggressive, and this allows us to continue the push, which, you know, I think that makes sense here, actually. Especially when we get to add 2 mana of any color. I think we'll find a Wishcoin and Crash Through later. So let's just take the Greed. There's a late Silver Smote, and it came back from our first pack, so that's interesting. I think the other pick here is Frantic Inventory. It's interesting, you know, maybe taking a Silver Smote and seeing how black continues to come through us on these wheel picks and the rest of this pack. Yeah, well, let's just go with the Silver Smote. Keep ourselves open. Here's the Griffinary, you know, coming back to us. I don't think we want Rewind. We're not really the trolley deck, blue deck. You know, not like that would be well suited in like a black blue kind of deck. Let's take Read the Tides. I don't know if it's making it into our main deck, but it's something for us to think about later. Ooh, so there's a late wizardry, and this continues the theme of the aggressive blue-red deck. We'll take that there. And you know, if we are that aggressive deck, we may be cutting Pursued Whale. So if that's the case, you know, we probably want to look at Spine Megalodon, or excuse me, not look at it. And if we're cutting Pursued Whale, we'll cut their Revitalize for the Black-White Life Game Matters. This doesn't really make our deck aggressive. Right, more aggressive, especially since the inner is tapped. So I think we'll just take these cards. Take a Wish Coin. Alright, so let's get back to evaluating and commons. And this pack just doesn't have terribly much for us that we want. Yeah, I mean, so we're not looking at any of the uncommons or rare slots. I think what we are looking at is the Slag or Wall of Runes. We can find taking the Slag here for another piece of removal, knowing that we may actually cut it. But having the options to additional removal is good for us. We got a Crash Through. I think we'll see those in later packs too. There's a Stormwing Elemental. So this is a great pack for us. And there's a Ghostlight, which is a great blue common. Unsubstantiate. And Stormwing Entity. Just given amount of cards so far that are non-creature based, you know, instant sorcery, I think we should be able to cast that reasonably early on and be able to pump it. There's another wizardry, so that's definitely what we're going to be focusing on if we are this blue-red aggressive deck. It really sticks out. You know, there is a Thornwood Falls, and if there wasn't a wizardry, maybe we'd take this if we needed to splash for some green, or we saw something worth splashing for. I'm not sure what that would be. Maybe Hunter's Edges if we came up upon some. But I think the wizardry is just, you know, a clear and obvious pick here, given how our deck's proceeding. The Jeskai Elder, you know, 2-drop. If we get it in with prowess, you know, we get to pump it. And, you know, there's the option for the opponent to just letting it through because it's pumped, especially early on in the game. So I think we'll take that. As we said in the first pack, we think we'll get Glide Masters back. This definitely helps, especially with the Elder. Even with the Cur, you know, giving the Cur flying and then getting it in for 3 or 5 damage is a thing. Yeah. There's a Rousing Weed. We talked about this. We thought, hey, maybe we get it in other packs. And so this definitely goes up value, especially now that we got the Elder. And you know, the Cur again too can go in and slam for lots too. Kind of makes the ability of the Glide Master maybe redundant, but we do need to fill in our 3 slot. And maybe we cut this for the read. So I think it's the Cur or the Temple here. I'm fine kind of actually taking the Temple so that we can scry and filter some. I think we'll find Curs later on too, potentially. So we'll take the Temple here. As we said, there's another Cur. I don't think we want to be doing Sanctum here. I don't think we want to focus on putting creatures out, spending our mana, continue pumping out more creatures, doing removal. So I think what we'll do is we'll take a Cur here, right? Because we'd rather be pumping a Cur than, I think, casting a Sanctum. And I could be wrong. Let me know. Yeah, let's take a Bloodfell Caves in case we splash any black. Tome. Yeah, I'm not sure these ogres are going to make it, but we would take him. No dubs. No dubs for the Patrician. Alright. So it's back for red-green for sure for Grohl. I think we're just taking Soul Save here. Fine piece removal. Helps with the wizardry, the prowess. We do need to be sensitive and achieve kind of more of a critical mass of creatures in this last pack. Especially if we're the aggressive one. I think we take Hobblefiend over the Pyroline here. It gives us protection against opponents' removal too. And allows us to protect ourselves in combat. If they attack, we can block and then sack our creature. So no damage goes through and we pump our creatures. We just don't have any way to deal direct damage right now to the opponent. If we had a Megmutt or a Shock we could, but you know, Shock's probably being used for removing creatures. Megmutt would be fine going for the Dome. There's a Ghostlight, Burn Bright, here's my Tome. I think the Ghostlight just ultimately allows us to continue being aggressive. There's an opt. So I don't know. I don't think we've seen any of this back. I don't know if we should be taking the Ghostlight or the Tome here. I feel like our deck wants to be aggressive, wants to keep on the pressure, so I think a Ghostlight fits that role better. But I think, you know, an argument can be made for the Tome as well. And we talked about that critical mass of creatures. Witchcoin Crab isn't that aggressive creature we want, but we do need that critical mass of creatures. The challenge is our first slot is getting a little clogged. Maybe we just take a Rune Sphere while Rune, since our 4 slot is getting kind of clogged. There's another Wizardry. This is definitely going to pump out more creatures, obviously, and with the prowess is going to help. So I think we take that. There's a Tutelage. It's another win con. We are that aggressive deck, but I think it's pretty easy to include in this deck as a secondary win con. I don't think it's our primary win con. We aren't really drawing any more cards aside from a Reed and a Elder. Fairly late Tutelage too. Geez, another Wizardry. I think maybe we just actually go for the opt here. For the curve. 2 slots are good on creatures too. And the opt definitely helps with the prowess triggers. Feel kind of gross, right? I guess we will. Do we have anything in green? No. I guess we will cut the Houndmaster. Don't know if we're taking Arcanist. It's another opt. It's a Burn Bright. Burn Bright is going to be great with 3 wizardries. There's a Thrill. Cut that. Find another Krabby. Alright. So let's go to deck construction. Let's just take lines out for a sec. So we need to make at least 2 cuts. You know, take out a wall because we don't really have that critical mass creatures. We are kind of depending on prowess, so maybe prowess based creatures. So maybe what we do is, so we got tutelage, we kind of got like this aggressive blue-red deck going on, but if it pitters out, we got a Pursued Whale, which is the thing. It really increases the curve. So that's kind of a concern. So let's just put it there for now. Maybe we take out the Ogre. Well, we need that critical mass of creatures, so... I don't know. Do we just cut the tutelage? Ops do help. Jeskai Elders with Browsing Reads do help. You know, the tomes can get in with all the ops. Burn Bright. So Seer. So maybe we do cut the Burn Bright though, because we don't have that. The massive creatures. Maybe we get rid of that Ogre. The Ogre's just too easy to be dealt with. You know, it gets chumped fairly easily. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I don't think it's going to be the best aggressive blue-red deck. I mean, we got no Gorgers, right? And that would really help in this deck. But, you know, it can do its damage. It could get there. Especially with the wizardries. So yeah, so let's add land. What do we got for just 8/8/8? I know. Do we want an extra blue source? To make sure that we cast our Ghostlight and entities on time. We got 8 red sources and 10 blue. Let's see here. We got 10 blue and 8 red. Yeah. 2 red, Searing, Wizardry. Alright. So that's deck construction. Hang out with me. She'll be right back after this break, and we'll jump into the games. Yeah, we'll take this. Not the most aggressive start. Like, we're not necessarily looking to greed early on. Maybe after we play the Wizardry. We have no way to really pump our Elder. But this is kind of the curve on this aggressive blue-red deck is a little bit higher, so, you know, this isn't a terrible draw. And we're just probably going to have to kind of win this game a little more drawn out. Yeah, I think we're fine keeping this. Well, you know, maybe we want to get like Immolator, King Glide, Master Razorreed. We want to get some more 2-drops, 3-drops, right? We are interested in the Ghost Light. So we'll send this to the bottom. We are interested in casting the Ghost Light, but I think it really helps to cast the Ghost Light in this deck after we kind of have more creatures under it for us to attack with. Alright. No turn 2 play. One time. One time! Alright. Let's get in there. See what we draw. Take action. Let's pitch the crab here. So what we could cast Wizardry. Don't know if we want to pitch anything right now. Kind of feels like we got gas. You know, when we Wizardry next turn. So we want a Wizardry. We want a Ghost Light next turn, right? We wanted a Wizardry here. And now we can Traitorous Greed and get in for 10. Potentially even more. So let's Ghost Light here. Alright, let's not Ghost Light. So something was getting countered no matter what that turn. So let's Sear here, because we'll be able to swing with the team either way, and then Greed next turn. Yep, that's okay. So let's see here. We get in 6. We put him at 8. We lose the guy. And then next turn we could potentially swing for 8 if we greeted something and they didn't play something. But I think that's unlikely to happen. So I think let's not attack here. Let's just play our entity. So we'll keep the opt because we can greed. We can greed first, and then we can opt. What we'll do is we'll go for this. We'll go for this snare spinner. Or excuse me, the Shacklegeist. So the snare spinner has to block a flyer, and we whack that. Yeah. We could do 2 red. What do we got? We should have done 2 blue because we could have opted now and tried to go for another opt. Swing with the team. There we go. There we go. We did it. It worked. Yeah, this seems fine. We got stuff. We got stuffs to do, and we have a tutelage, which is always fun stuffs to do. So definitely our elder, because we'll be able to tutelage and get him damage potentially. Not that I think we're actually dumping anything. Oh, Dagu. So we definitely want to draw a land next turn because we can opt, play Starwing, or we can Wizardry too. Or Dog's control get +1/+1. Whenever a pack leader attacks, prevent all combat damage would be dealt this turn to Dog's control. Let's tutelage. I think we're fine swinging back and forth. Oh yeah. I guess maybe the opt? I don't know. These are all kind of cards we want. But if he's white-red, maybe he's dumping his hand fairly fast. So maybe we will want to dump the greed. So next time we can play Wizardry, and then turn after that we can Seer and opt. So let's go with that plan. And get more prowess triggers. Well, that's a good target for Soul Seer now. Oh, it's... Alright, so that's good. So now we're for sure Soul Searing. And so we want to play this so we can opt to... Opt will trigger the tutelage. Yeah, I think we're fine having one more land. I think maybe we want gas, actually. We have more ops that we could draw. We got 2 more, and we can cast the Stormwing off that. So yeah, let's just go for gas. Yeah, that's what we call gas. And we got this tutelage out, but it's kind of like a secondary win con, right? It's interesting, like, it pressures him on different fronts, and like if we need to shut down, if he becomes more aggressive, if he deals with our board, we could just shut down and slow the game down some. Here goes a swift response. I think what we're just going to do here is Stormwing, right? We don't got a good attack. Next turn we will. Yeah, we'll keep that Soul Seer. It's okay. You know, we don't got a good attack here. So we'll just fill up our board. See what he plays. You know, he hasn't played any serious threats, and we can deal with potentially one of them with Soul Seer. So, yeah, this is fine if this is the way this game's gonna go. Yeah, let's just start getting into some damage. See what he does. Yep, that's fine. Getting 2 points of damage. I'll have to shock something. That is a good target. And there goes a shock. So let's scry. Set the turn. I think we offer the trade here. Right? We offer the trade, and then what we do is if he takes it, we Soul Seer the Punisher. Otherwise, we Ghostlight. There we go. We're fine trading one of our wizards for his Punisher because, well, we just die if we don't. So Kerr's fine, actually. He doesn't allow him to just... Actually, no. Let's Ghostlight. Let's return the devils to his hand. So we can start getting it in there. running out of cards in his deck, yeah. So now he's gonna have trouble. We just don't kill the Pitchburn Devil ever, right? So he can't kill our Ghostlight. I mean, he's probably gonna just be decked here even before we get a chance to kill him. So this worked out well so far. I mean, he could unleash Fury for 6 here, put us at 10. But we're not worried about that. He's probably just decked. And we don't want to block. So we can get in that Ghostlight. In fact, now we can attack with the Cur. No, we don't need to attack with the Cur. I mean, we don't really need to trade up for the Shield Mate on the aggressive front. That's fine. Do damage to any target. So we just jump here and win, right? Yep. And also we have Pursued Whale, right? It's in there. This is fine. I mean, it's not too exciting. Having two Curs isn't the best, right? We're not really pumping early on. If we are, it means we're probably really behind. Right, like we can mulligan. The concern is if we could mulligan for potentially a more aggressive start, but the concern is like getting those Ghostlights and those Stormwings and like pulling that Pursued Whale on 6 with less mana sources, and this would just be no good. So I think we just keep this knowing that we're just not going to have that fast explosive start. No. Want to be bottom. It's not really helping us. We're not looking to build out our board state early on only to sack it. I mean, I guess Hobble Fiend works if they do have a more aggressive deck, which maybe they do here if they're playing a short sword. Reed's interesting here, actually. I think maybe we'll it helps us later in the game with the Cur, right? Early on, it's not doing too much, but I think it helps us definitely pitch some cards that are less aggressive. Maybe we should have... Oh. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, he's gone for it. Hobble Fiend would have actually been fine with Trader's Creed. We just play our wizards here at the end of their turn. Enters the battlefield, discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're discarding. Let's hold it for some lands that we pull. He could, if we played a crab, he could pump once, twice potentially, and kill the crab. Let's play the wizards here. Let's draw land and greed and opt, right? And get in for 6-8, and then play our auger. No blocks. No surprises. So, let's see here. We can greed here and get in for 4, 7, 9. And then double opt next turn with the ability to pump the cur. And let's see here. Well, I guess we're just trading next turn, really, and I don't think we want to do that. So next turn, maybe we just double pump the cur. So let's greed here. Then let's do blue. Opt. Draw that. Opt. Very much we will draw that. All attack. So maybe if we draw land here, maybe we just, especially if it's red source, just pump the cur. What we gotta be careful of is our cur getting removed. If he taps out here and we draw a red source, we're good. Immolator's interesting, but it doesn't help us in this moment. We can't cast and blast. So if he attacks, he gets us down to 7. Our cur can eat his cur. So, what? We could block here. I think what we do is we attack, pump once, put a clock on him. So he has to deal with this. And we can blast something, unless he has a feat of resistance in his hand. Even then we can chump this. So he could have it crash through, which would be bad. So he swings with the team. We chump the cur. So no feet. And now we just don't punt. We attack. Activate ability. And we win again. We're doing it. We are doing it tonight. We're doing it. Give us those pips. We're learning. We're getting better. 3 opportunities. But it's an alright deck. Wow. We'll keep this. Elder into Seer into Wizardry. Yeah. Hey. No scratch. Got a little wiener dog. And he just loves scratching the ground. I don't know where he's trying to dig. But he's trying to get somewhere. Uh-oh. The mirror match, maybe. And so as we were building this deck, we said, you know, we didn't get any Gorgers, right? It would really benefit from Gorgers. And we're going to fall behind if we don't got them. So, here's what we do. We go for the attack. Pitch Pursued Whale. Yes. We are super happy to see that card. And we end the turn. So I think we do want to opt here. You know, it's a nice little combat trick, if you will. But we definitely want to hit a 4th land. We're going to be soul searing that Gadrak for sure. So let's opt now. Yeah, we need a land for Wizardry. There it is. Geez, I guess, I don't know if we're saving it. I don't know if we save it or we just go for the extra point of damage. I think we save it, right? If we want to go for more damage, we want it when we can load up the board with Wizardry. Right. If we lose because of that 1 damage that we didn't play the SOP this turn when we went for Wizardry, then I guess so be it. But I think, you know, there's more value in casting a Wizardry. So this is actually interesting here. I think we attack with both, and if he lets attacks through, that's when we Wizardry. If he blocks something, let's just attack with the Elder. Yep. And if he shocks it, he shocks it. But we will cast out our wizardry here. So it seemed like it was a pretty clear signal, yeah? Oh, so opponent's rousing reading his Shaco-Geist, then yeah. He needs mana, he needs gas. Alright. Another wizardry. Here they come. So, another land. I don't think we want to pitch the Ghostlight. Another land would just make next turn be gas. You know, we were talking about during deck construction not having that critical mass of creatures, but maybe that's okay with our wizardry, realizing that, hey, we have these. I think we just win, right? Unless he like cancels something. So we could just greed here. Get blue back. Pitch the Fiend. Attack with the team. Alright, we're doing it. We're 4Xing. I felt gross passing it. So maybe it was, you know, given that power of this deck is behind the wizardry. Ooh, opponent goes first. We just don't have anything here that we really want to do, right? We talked about opt during the draft. It's a good card to have when your deck has nothing to do, but you want to use that later after building up the board state. Initially, in your first turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. We really depend on having our powerless creatures, our Elder, Immolator, Wizardry down. So I think here we do Mole. Because we are actually that aggressive deck. Man. I don't want to go down more. We got the Fiend, and I think that's going to be what we got to settle on for what this deck does. Alright, so things are slowly looking up. Yeah, we'll Elder here in case we draw like an opt. Actually, I don't think it matters. Yeah, well, if we draw an opt or something, that'd be great, because then we could play our entity next turn. Just get it in. No blocks. That's gonna be a card. We have no good attacks. And I think what we do is we play the Fiend, block with the Elder, and sack it. Yep. Take 6. Crash through for the extra card. Jeez. Maybe when we played that Fiend, we should have tapped double red for the threat of an opt or a shock. Then maybe when it attack with Magma. I don't know if that matters. Maybe we're just diving too deep and getting fancy play syndrome now, but this hurts. Ooh, that is a bummer. We read here, we get 2 back, and then we can play Stormwing Entity, and we can filter top 4 cards of our deck, and we can pitch Anima. So here's what we're doing. Playing that. Getting blue. Playing Entity. Right, so when it deals damage, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. So we don't want to draw those. Go to attack. We want his trigger first, and then we'll take their draw. I don't know, does it matter? Yeah, let's take his first. Take an auger. Then we take action and we pitch red. And we say, alright, go ahead. Run we Ghostlight. That wasn't a bad turn. Oh. This is not good. So let's scry. At this point, I think we need Soulseer buffs. This doesn't really do anything for us, especially when we have no ways to trigger Prowess. Because next turn we're playing the Tome. And this is just too powerful for 4. So let's play it out. Let's see if they punt. For some reason they don't attack right. So I'm just looking at my deck on the side. Yeah, we could draw a Ghostlight, and so yeah, so we'll jump here. This is fine trade. Draw a Ghostlight, bounce the Magma. Maybe there's ways out of this. And it's not that way. Played out. See what we discard up to 2 cards. See what he does. Nope. That's that. Like a Grow deck out there, they're probably going to beat us, especially when we got a Maul. We will keep this. We got stuff to do early on, and we're fine with, you know, following up with like a Ghostlight and a Seer. We need to draw those wizardries. We're playing against TG Jinx. We are happy to see that he does not have a Chorister or a Shieldmate. We are happy to see that he is not doing anything. So I'm just gonna swing. Pump. So we need to opt at the end of the turn. draw cards. This is the time where we want to keep this pressure on. We want our deck to keep doing stuff. We can anima next turn. And like, we're looking for our wizardries and stuff. I think the aggressive play with the opt would be to hold it back for the anima and then do it next turn so we can get in damage. I just think we want to keep drawing gas. Hobblefiend's not it. Coin Crab is not it either. I think we want to trade here. We want to trade up, really. With the Cur, or be able to get it in with like Rousing Reed. So let's just play the coin here. Kind of maybe slow down our game plan. We'll eat a battalion if we need to. I mean, I imagine if they're attacking, they probably got trickery, like Sure Strike, but you know, I think we'll block it, especially if we can bounce something with the Ghost Light next turn. Alright, so want to trade? I'm cool, I'm cool. So what could we do here? Play the Augur and pitch the Mountain and the Anima to draw more gas. So the Anima is really going to be a 3-3 for us most times. So maybe that's the play here, right? And they didn't attack when this was a 5-2. They didn't play out another bear or something. So maybe they are stuck. Maybe they're waiting for kind of a bigger threat to lay down. So we want to hold on our Ghost Light for now, if that's the case. So let's just Augur and get rid of this Anima and this Mountain and see what we draw up. You know, this is great because we can also eat the Charger and the Battalion if they get frisky. Alright. That's fine. We could shoot something with the Immolator. So this is starting to look like Teferi's Tutelage and a Pursued Whale kind of game is what's going to win this for us. I think we're just going to play stuff out. We'll opt at the end of the turn. Potentially even shoot something too. All opens the Soul Seer mana. Really no good attacks. We have that Rousing Reed. Stick that on that Cur and that will help us do some damage. We would have to pitch a card. So maybe let's hold on to our next land in case we draw Rousing Reed. So we could clear the board, right? So we could Soul Seer now, Battalion. We balance a charger next turn. If we really wanted to. Maybe we should have waited till next turn. Yep. There we go. But that's okay. We can bounce that. I was going to say, yeah. So we should have waited till next turn because then we could have sacked. I think we just bounce Battalion before it gets too crazy. And Augur can start getting nasty. With our Opt and our Wizardry in hand. I mean, we would want to play Wizardry potentially first if they were to attack us. Oh no. Opt first, then Wizardry. Oh no. We want Wizardry to resolve, then Opt. Alright, he sees the plays. So, I think we hold on to that in case Rousing Reed or the Opt. I think we do start being aggressive. Especially with his Chorister in hand. Could pump it once. We got another Soul Seer. Doesn't really have good attacks. It becomes a 4/3. So the Kerr could trade up with him. I guess, what do we want to eat here? 4/3, so I think we trade something. I think it's the Wish Coin and the Kerr. Yeah, it resolves. Maybe we just take 2 blocks. Two blockers. We just do that. He gains a bunch of life. We could Opt. Yeah, we're gonna Opt here. Draw some cards. Stormwing entity, please. There's a rousing read. That's why we held on to the mountain. Maybe we Stormwing here. Maybe we read here the cur, get a 2/3. We leave open mana to pump, so it'd be a 4/3, and we can double block Chorister. So as long as he, what is that, 8? So let's do that. So we want to double block color wise. Just hold back this turn, because then we could actually greed something his turn, or our next turn, and pump the heck out of our guys. We are happy. Alright. So we greed his... Greed is adept for a flyer. And we play skip blue. Play Stormwing Elemental. Because he can't Chorister now. So let's see here. So we got flyer, so 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We opt. $30, $14. I'm so bad at math. I think we take this. Yep. Get blue. A Stormwing. Scry to bottom. Next. I think we are fine to trade, and he's gonna attack with his Chorister. We can eat it with a Stormwing. So 5. Hold back and offer the trade. I don't know. It's fine. So now let's hold back the opt for when he swings. Yep. We can Glide Master next turn. And potentially win the game if he doesn't attack. Yeah, because 6/6 opt will be 6. Well, I guess that's not the case, but... So we need Trump. Yeah, he sees it. Alright, he's going for the Chorister kill. Yeah, he's doing the desperation plays. So here's what's up. Here. 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 He gets the health. Do we want to kill the chorister now? I could kill something. So let's not kill the chorister now. Yup. So we're gonna just scry now. Wizardry is a fine draw. So let's see here. I can go for 9. He has to block. He has to block. So here's what we do. I think we just attack with this. And we need to eat something here. That's what's going on. So I think we just do this. So we need to eat the chorister. Because he's at 8. We need to eat the chorister before it can pump more. We just chump on the battalion. So if we're just chumping the battalion, so chump battalion, chump. Oh no, we need to eat the chorister. So we just eat that. 2 attacks. So Glide Master will get in damage for us next turn with the flying ability, and we wizardry here. We should be able to get in. Yeah. Well, he's going to chorister, so he's going to go up to 15. I mean, it could be a feat of resistance. Feat of resistance. So here's what we could do. So he could pump and then feat. So do 5 damage. So we can't. So it's got to be this. So essentially it's just the auger. Or we could do this, and we could do this, and this. So he can only go to 4, 5, and only fight or protect from one color. Yeah. So we'll do this. So you can pump and feat, and we still kill him. Alright. just attack with Stormwing. Don't want to get in there with the Ghost Light and get double blocked. Gale Swooper. Alright. Well, so there's 6. I go to 5. So here's the question. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not going to block. Put a board state with the silly wizards. So let's see here. Block. 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 So, do I do this 5, 6, 7? So block, or so block. So he gets 4. Block. 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 So 4, 7. No attacks. I don't think we got a good attack. It's gonna be a close game. That makeshift battalion. It's getting out of hand. Alright. I'm fine with that. We're just hanging back. Now let's see if we can let tutelage do some work for us. We are very happy we just hit that Gale Swooper. By very happy, we mean very happy! I mean, let's make opponent draw something, I think. Soul Seer. It's got 1 card in hand. We'll hold on to cards. Make it look way more intimidating than what it really is. Did we chuck our big old whale? I don't know if we want our whale to attack. That's fine. We can Wizardry and Soul Seer all at the same time. Ooh. Good hit, good hit. Eight. We got 8. I guess we'll play our land so we can even curve 2 if we need to. We need another land, obviously, but we're getting closer. We can still sear one of the flyers. Desperation attack should be coming. I mean, we could blast him, really. Yep, indestructible. And that is okay. Just got Elder. Alright, here we go. Makeshift battalion. So, here's what we do. We do the dues. We do the dues. Do the dues. We'll do the dues, then do some more doing here. More doing. And we'll just do the dues. We'll just block everywhere. What is wizardry? Pew 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 pews. Look at those prowesses. We'll go to damage. Unless he's got like a volcanic geyser. We'll just I mean 6, 7, 8, so 6. We're doing the dues. Bum 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 bum. We're doing it. Opponent goes first. We got a tutelage. We have a hobble theme. I'm not going to red source. Is a bummer, but I think we keep our tutelage. Hold under op. Maybe we actually let's not. We need to get the red source. Tutelage can be a card, right? That hurts, but we need a red source. That hurts too, because it's not a red source. Yeah, this might be a very fast game. Yeah. Well, give us that red source. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. I don't think we're getting. Oh my goodness. Don't think we're getting there this game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. That was a fast game. And I don't know. Is that about a keep? Yeah. Yeah, we did. This is like the same exact hand with 2 mana. I think with the opponent going first. I don't know. This might not be as bad as it looks. Right. Ooh. Yeah, I think we keep this. We got an opt. I think this is a keep. Maybe my last 2 games keeps have been questionable. Okay. I think we just opt here too. Oh, yeah. We'll take it. It gets us closer to Ghostlight. Start playing all the manas, colors. ADD, kicking in, ADHD. All the inventories. Alright. So, I don't know. If we curve here, let's take the bait. Here's discard. That's okay. Yeah, we're opting now that that's down. I guess we'll take an opt. Stuff to do. That's what we've always discussed. Don't know if I would discard anything here. So let's just pass the turn. Seems good. But guess what? Maybe... So now, we go ahead, we do this thing called ghost lighting. Boop. Now our deck becomes a lot more aggressive. Yep, take an action. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, all right. So we see her. So we opt. We draw. We go to combat. We activate. We decline because we are happy to shoot something if need be. gonna be. Let's make sure we understand emulator. Deals damage, target creature or planeswalker. Alright. So right now it says shock on a stick. Well, I guess shock can go to the head too, but gotta deal with that ghost light. Took down the curve, which was interesting. We could get a read here, for example, on our emulator. Yeah. He's desperate. All right, we're 6-2. Can we go for the 7-2, ladies and gents? Strum not. Strum not. Go first. We've been pulling the Elder, and I think we're pretty happy with his hand, especially since we can read it. Yeah. I mean, we gotta pitch something. Just opt. See what we get. Yeah, we'll keep it. We can pitch it for the read. Oh. Oh, really? This is alright. Alright. We do this. We do this. We discard this. We attack there. We take action. We discard that. And we feel A-okay about ourselves. Let's go to attack. Take action. Man. Put that. So let's put the anima down in case we draw an opt. This is not good for opponent. Feels bad. No. Auger. Draw all the gas. Boop, boop. Oh, yeah, this is not good. Decline. I think we're just gonna go for a ghost light here. Oh, this is gonna be brutal. This is going to be brutal. Our opponent just did not get there. You know, it happens to all of us. We have bad streaks of playing Magic, and that's okay. We decline. We are just happy. Happy pappies. Going on. unsubstantiates. So here we can tutelage, draw a card, which will make this unblockable. He's trying. I think here we dump the Elder. Go to combat. And opt will make this unblockable next turn. Welcome to tonight's stream. We are hanging out, playing some Magic, M21. We're just trying to develop our chops. Ooh. In limited. So we're focusing on M21 right now. We actually are 6-2 right now. About to go on to 7-2. So welcome if you're hanging out in chat. Go ahead and say hi. We're gonna opt, make Anima unblockable. We don't need him. We'll put him to the bottom. There we go. With that being said, so what we are going to do is we are going to do a crack pack for chat. But before I do that, I just want to say, hey, thank you so much for watching tonight. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, go ahead, click that red subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. It's right below this video. It will help a lot. I'll keep producing content you want to see. Go ahead, thumbs up if you like the content. Comment, say, hey, you could have done this differently, or what do you think about this play? Also, let me know what kind of content you want to see, whether Magic related or other gaming shenanigans or life stuff. Also, go ahead to the Twitch channel. Click that little heart follow button. Much appreciated. Go ahead and get involved when we play this game live. But other than that, thank you again for being here tonight. Very much appreciate it.